So today we're gonna try something new for a minute. What I'm gonna start doing to save myself essentially on driving distances, if I'm in the area, I'm gonna start checking out other lakes so that I don't have to waste a trip coming back to it and then finding that it's really not worth the bother. Oh, I like this one. There's a greenery in the back over there. All right. Oh, oh my gosh, finally I get a ramp that's actually worth its weight in gold. Check out that guy. Beautiful bird. That's the juvenile great blue heron over there. You don't see a lot of them as juveniles. They just kind of blend in with all the other birds. But this one, I guess, is old enough to be on his own like this. And then he'll grow into a really big bird. And this is a perfect place for him too, because if you look where, as far as I could see, there's just perfect habitat for the guy. They love this sort of stuff. They typically camp out somewhere in the thick, hunt snakes and fish and whatnot. Just having the time of his life. I think after the disappointing experience with the previous place, I may have found myself, well, let's just say that the area generally redeemed itself. This looks beautiful. All sorts of luscious wetland things, and it looks like there's some birds in the background, way off there. See them flying over there. Probably some egrets, if I had to guess, from this distance. Yeah, looking like egrets. Sitting there in the tree, minding their business. It's kind of interesting. You look at the grass that's like right here, and it's actually growing on top of nothing. There's literally nothing underneath of it. Ah. Well, this explains what it's growing on. It's the same crap that we've seen in the other lake. I kind of joked to myself that there was thick enough to almost walk on. Well, I'm guessing it's thick enough to grow things on. So all of this stuff is actually perched up on other vegetation. But you know what, at the very least, it makes me feel just a little bit better to know that you could actually get between places here. So I'll take that little victory. You can see hyacinth up here, among other things. Come on, kayak. You could do it. You could do it. Birds decided to take off. Let me get myself out of this bind first. I always found places like this particularly interesting because it's not something that you see on a regular basis. It's beautiful, and yet it's eerily quiet, as if nothing wants to live here. You'd think that there would be like 1,000 birds here just jumping around and flying and doing all sorts of whatever birds do. Nah. Those 4 birds that we saw earlier, so far they're about the only ones that I've seen in this park. There's somebody hiding over there. See if you could spot the bird. Cool little thing. It's kind of just minding its business, thinking, what in the world is going on? There's somebody over there that's quite concerned about something, making all sorts of noises. It's hard to say if we could actually get in there, but I think I may have just found a way, if it's not too bad, because there is a whole bunch of water on the other side. Yeah, so much for that. Alright, so after circling the lake a little bit, I have made an executive decision. I'm going to do my best to effectively get through all this stuff over there. I'm gonna pull the blades. Oops. There we go. know, it's kind of interesting that if you have something to row with, like a paddle, or even one of those push stick things, you could probably get almost anywhere you want. It is pretty thick though. So I'll get back to you guys when I'm done with this. So just to kind of get you a perspective of where I am, right? I'm in the thick of all of this, and so far I've managed to get all the way from here to over here. Have to get there where the birds are. You know, the irony is this little water pocket may be it. I'm hoping that it goes off that way. That way all this effort would have been in vain. But yeah, just to kind of get you an idea of what's happening. And you know, right about now, I very sincerely wish I had one of those stakeout pole things, because I could just push myself, because rowing with a paddle, which is this, is, holy crap, it's tiring. But the goal is to get there eventually, so we'll keep at it. We're about, I don't know, halfway there, more or less, a little bit more. Now guys, I should not have to tell you how difficult that was. And the weather outside is like 98 degrees. So if you look at my face, I'm pretty much spent. It is hot as hell, but I've done it. Did it. Woo. So let's check this area out and see what wonders we could find here. Oh man. You know, when you look at satellite imagery of stuff like this, it's not like being here in person and understanding and seeing what's actually here. And what's happening is the wind is actually pushing all this floating mass to one area or another. So the image could look like one thing, and you come out and it looks completely different. And then you come back in about a month and a half and it looks different. And so on and so forth. So I think there may be a waterway, maybe, but it's so swampy over there. Yeah, this is not gonna work out. Just gonna turn to the right, because it's pointless over there. See how swampy it is? It just keeps getting shallower and shallower. You know, good thing I have a depth finder, because it lets me avoid issues ahead of time. The great irony is that because the water is so black, you literally, like, I can't see the bottom even though it's so shallow. I may have found myself, well, let's just say that the area generally redeemed itself. It's kind of interesting. You look at the grass that's like right here, and it's actually growing on top of nothing. There's literally nothing underneath of it. I kind of joked to myself that it was thick enough to almost walk on. Well, I'm guessing it's thick enough to grow things on. So you could actually get between places here. So I'll take that little victory. You can see hyacinth up here, among other things.